You weren't born believing what you believe about yourself, not, I am bad with money, not I am not a morning person, not I am not athletic. None of it was installed at birth. Every single belief you hold about who you are was learned, slowly, quietly, through repetition, which means every single one of them can be unlearned the exact same way. Here is how that actually works. There is a fascinating origin to the word identity. It comes from two Latin roots, sentitus, meaning being, and identitum, meaning repeatedly. Your identity is literally your repeated beingness, not who you were born as, not who you decided to be on the 1st of January, who you have proven yourself to be through the accumulation of repeated action. If you go to the gym even when it is snowing, you have evidence that you are committed to fitness. If you write every day, you have evidence that you are a writer. If you show up for your community consistently, you have evidence that you are someone who cares. The more evidence you accumulate, the more deeply you believe it. And the more deeply you believe it, the more naturally you act in alignment with it. It is not a mindset trick. It is just how belief actually works. Here is the framework that makes this practical, and it is one of the most useful mental models I've ever come across. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Write a page today. That is a vote for I am a writer. Start a workout. Vote for I am an athlete. Practice guitar for 10 minutes. Vote for I am a musician. Encourage someone on your team. Vote for I am a leader. None of those single actions transforms you, but they don't need to. An election isn't won by one vote. It is won by a majority. And here is the liberating part. You don't need to be perfect. You are going to cast votes for bad habits sometimes. That is fine. The question isn't whether you voted wrong once. The question is, who is winning the election overall? Just win the majority. That is all it takes. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, didn't start out as a writer. His teachers called him average at best. But when he launched his writing career, he published a new article every Monday and Thursday, without fail. For years, at first, he was just a guy trying to write. Then, slowly, something shifted. The evidence built up. The identity followed. He didn't decide to become a writer and then start writing. He started writing and became one. That is the sequence most people have backwards. You don't wait until you feel like a runner to start running. You start running, and eventually, you are a runner. So how do you actually use this? It is a two-step process, and it is simpler than you think. Step 1, decide the type of person you want to be, not the outcome you want. The person who is the kind of person who gets that outcome. Want to lose 40 pounds. Ask who is the type of person who stays consistently healthy. Probably someone who moves their body daily and makes deliberate food choices. Want to write a book. Who is the type of person who writes books? Probably someone who is consistent and reliable, who shows up even when they don't feel like it. Start there. Define the person, not the prize. Step 2, prove it to yourself with small wins. Every day, ask what would this person do right now? Walk or take the cab, write one paragraph or scroll for an hour. And then do the thing that casts the vote, small, consistent compounding. That is the whole game. Here's the beautiful part, and this is where it becomes self-sustaining. Your habits shape your identity, but your identity also shapes your habits. It is a loop. On say you start to genuinely see yourself as a healthy person, or a writer, or a leader, you stop forcing yourself to act that way. You just do, because it is who you are. The goal was never the outcome. The outcome is just the byproduct of becoming someone new. And you become someone new, not in a single decision, not in a dramatic breakthrough, but in the quiet accumulation of 1,000 small votes cast in the right direction. So cast yours today. One rep, one page, one choice. It is not just a habit, it is evidence. Here is your challenge. Write down one sentence, just one, that starts with, I am the type of person who, not a goal, an identity. And then go cast one vote for it today. Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to read them. And if this shifted something for you, share it with someone who has been trying to change through willpower alone. There is a better way. See you in the next one.